for you to learn another language. Duolingo!
Look, no feather. I'm going to show you how I use Duolingo for schools. And today we're going to be talking about batteries. I'm Madame Sensei. I teach Spanish, French, Japanese. Yes, I have an English language arts class this year, and over the summer I teach Wanic Summer Health. I have about 36 students per class. If you want to talk to me about any of this, of course, I'm at the Duolingo Educators Network, but you can also reach me at the Minecraft Teachers Lounge, the Minecraft Education Ambassadors. You can find me at Roxem. You can find me at the Teacher Excellence Lounge or the World Language Teacher Lounge, Wayground Game Changers, and I'm also hanging out in the Art in Spanish class nowadays, and I'm a proud NASEF fellow. So, batteries. Okay, deep breath. All right. Last time I talked to you, it was about the heart system, and now it's changed over to batteries. So yes, indeed, my phone switched to batteries yesterday morning, and you can see here, it loses charge no matter what I do. To be fair, on my computer, I still have unlimited hearts, okay? So if your students are complaining about batteries, tell them, the computer. Maybe they'll still be on the heart system, at least for a little while. All right, so the batteries lose their charge no matter what you do. If you get something wrong, I am sure they lose charge faster, but just answering any question and they lose charge. So I found I could get through 2 lessons before I needed a refill. Now, this surprised me. I think this is a bug because it says turn on unlimited energy. I kept hitting her over and over again, and you see it took my coins away for some reason, but never turned it on because I kept getting the recharge 25 on here. So whatever I do have, let me back up to here. You can see I'm swimming in gems. However, my students are not. My students don't have that many gems because they haven't been doing Duolingo for 11 years like I have. So, I was just trying to get screenshots to show you how it's gonna lose its charge after a while, okay? And my fingers weren't fast enough. This one was, hey, you can watch an ad to get a little bit of a charge, and I decided to go ahead so that I could see what my students were seeing. And the ad was for Duolingo Plus, which I don't mind at all. I don't mind if Duolingo advertises Duolingo, okay? I don't want Duolingo to be advertising some of the other dumb stuff that they were advertising for a little while. For me, this is going to work out okay. Because for me, the issue is, hey guys, I want you to have some contact with the language outside of class. We know that Ebbinghouse's forgetting curve means that I can do the most amazing lecture in the world, have the most amazing activity, the most fabulous class. The students are like, wow, this is so easy, this is great. They walk out the door, and the very second they walk out the door, they're going to forget 80% of it. Unless they look at it one time in the next 24 hours. So for me, I just want you to have some contact with the language outside of school. It's so hard to get them to do homework now, and I really want the homework to feel like a game. And I'm like, okay, look, I'm modeling it for you guys. I do my Duolingo every day. You can do yours too. It's less than 5 minutes, okay? So here, it's so easy for me to just look at the students and say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They did it all 5 days of school. Yay, they're going to get their full points. Okay. Oh, the student only did it 3 days. They get 3 points out of 5. Okay. And, I keep it low stakes so that students aren't doing anything crazy. But I don't want them sitting in front of the computer for 6 hours blitzing on something. You can't stay up all night and cram and wake up fluent in Japanese the next day. That's not the way the brain works. Slow and steady wins the race. So for me, the batteries are going to be just fine. because if they can do 2 lessons on a battery, good. That's all I wanted them to do anyway. I don't want them blitzing. That being said, if you're going for the badges, and at one point I was thinking, well, maybe I'll just assign badges to the students because that's kind of fun. But if you're going to the bat for the badges, you can't do it unless you use your gems to get more battery life. And my students, like I said, if I've got, how many first year students do I have this year? I've got 110 first year students this year. So they're not going to have enough gems to refill. And I don't want them watching advertisements that don't have to do with Duolingo. I'll allow Duolingo advertisements. But the second they start seeing advertisements that are not Duolingo, that's when I blow a gasket. Because our students are being targeted by the algorithm already. I don't want any more of that. So for right now, the batteries are going to be just fine for the way that I use Duolingo, which is just, students, I want you to have that one contact with the language outside of school. So again, come talk to me at any of these places about this. We'll help formulate some plan to deal with the changes, and let's work together to deal with all these changes. Hope to see you there.